This is Joshua Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Jack Catterall here in Manchester. Jack, it's good to see you. It's been a while since I last spoke to you. How is everything, first of all? Seems like the eyes healed up fairly nicely.
Yeah, very good, thank you. All good, eyes healing up nicely. It's been just over a month now since the fight, so had a little holiday and back in the gym now, training and looking forward to what's next.
Well, before we look back at the fight, I think it's important that we do look forward. It's seen obviously the big back and forth between you, Rick Reno, the Ring magazine, Turkey, and it seems that you may have landed yourself a little slot on a big card sometime soon. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, you know what, it started on Twitter and now there's ongoing discussions with Matchroom, with Riyadh, with the Ring magazine, etc. So Rick's kind of made a comment, we've had a little back and forth, and he said, you know what, I've got you a big fight, so it's important for me now to get back in the gym, which I do anyway. I train all year round, I look after myself. I got a victory last time out, it was a frustrating victory, but you put that behind yourself and you look forward, and hopefully Rick can deliver us a big fight.
When you talk about that frustration, obviously we'll go back to the Eubank fight quickly. A fight that was building, it had a really nice build up to it, and we thought it was going to deliver on the night, and just as it was possibly about to catch fire, the clash of heads happened. Obviously, like you said in previous interviews, you did enough to win those early rounds anyway, so it was a win that was never really in doubt. But just on a personal level for yourself, obviously you put all this time in training, and on the night for it to, okay, yes, it's finished inside the distance, but not in a way which you would have wanted.
Yeah.
How do you feel after that type?
You know what, never in doubt. So look at the fight beforehand, you see the comments Harlem's made. I spent time with him fight week, we've done the little face-offs, etc. around the table, and the way I looked at it is kind of my first opportunity against Josh Taylor in Scotland. You've got to go out there and leave it all in the ring. It's his opportunity, he's come onto the big stage, main event, etc. And I honestly thought he was going to come and meet in the middle of the ring and try and knock me out like he said he was. It was quite evident from the first bell that wasn't his game plan. You know, I'm coming off a defeat to Barboza, so it's important for me to stay disciplined. Maybe I was a little bit overcautious, but I kind of didn't want to go out there, start swinging wild whilst he's running away, make myself look stupid, start making mistakes. Felt like I was beating him in first gear. I had my timing well, my distance, landing the jabs, the 1-2s, breaking him down. You get a couple rounds through the fight, he's run out of ideas. He wants to wrestle round, be slippery, which is not a great spectacle when we've come to fight. And the game plan for me was always get the timing, get the distance, break him down, bank the rounds. Second half of the fight, we'll go through the gears now, get him out of there. We get to round 6, and winning the rounds. He's lunged in from a distance, cut himself. He's already run out of ideas in the ring. Now he's got a cut. You're in desperate measures. He runs in again with his head. I get a big head clash. It's over before you know it. So then you're kind of like, well, the 4 rounds are complete. It's the scorecards. I feel I've won it quite comfortably without really getting out of first gear, because kind of just landing the jabs, 1-2s. He didn't perform that night for whatever reason. And then the fight's over, so it's frustrating because you want to go out there, and I've been working so hard in the gym, spent time away in America, etc. You want to go out there and put something on for people to watch, to appreciate. Now, I guess I've had quite a lot of nice comments to people that understand the craft, the boxing IQ and what I was doing in the ring, but not everybody does, so you've got to take the criticism with a pinch of salt. But yeah, certainly didn't end how I'd have liked it.
Obviously, after the fight, I remember I was there ringside on the night. Harlem jumped up on the ropes thinking he'd won. Then backstage, when all the media got to speak to him in a big scrum, when he was asked about why his uncle, Chris Eubank Jr, wasn't there on the night, he said, I'm glad he wasn't there because I wouldn't have wanted him to see the way I was treated, obviously indicating that he thought he'd done enough to win the fight.
Very, go on, sorry.
And then also obviously the comments about Carl Frampton as well being in your dressing room beforehand despite being part of the broadcast team. What were your thoughts on all these comments and what he was saying after the fight?
Yeah, I think he's a numpty, he's disillusional. I've seen some ridiculous stuff, and it only makes sense it's come from another Eubank. And that's the top and bottom of it, I think. Yeah, he didn't come to perform, he didn't come meet me in the ring to knock me out, he run out of ideas, can't really box that well, made it ugly, Yeah, fuck you. I blame him for it.
Another thing as well, which some people found funny, some people found a bit disrespectful and annoying, was Conor Benn turning up in the dressing rooms before. Obviously, I spoke to Jamie a few weeks ago and spoke about it with him, and he said obviously Harlem had been making you guys wait all week. On your birthday, I believe he had you waiting on a rooftop for an hour. Was that part of the plan originally, or was it just one of them?
I wouldn't say it was part of the plan. I didn't deep it from early. It was fight week. It was my birthday. Yeah, we had a face-off on Manchester to Victoria Warehouse on the roof. He had us waiting about all week when he was in Manchester, so it was like, you know what, I knew Conor was on his way on the day of the fight to come and watch and support, which is nice. And when he got there, it's kind of, do you want somebody to come wrap the hands, watch the hands get wrapped, which I wasn't overly bothered about. He sent somebody in, so I thought, right, it's only right we send somebody in, and Conor did a great job.
Can't fault it. Then obviously moving forward, what names are on your hit list? Obviously looking at this big fight on the Riyadh season, Bill, when you look around the super lightweight or welterweight division, which names are really sticking out to you?
I'd love the Rolly Romero fight. I'm ranked in all the governing bodies. He's coming off a great victory against Ryan Garcia. That's a fight that I get up for. That's exciting. I think with his style as well, I think he's going to come and try and take me head off and knock me out. So definitely would be one that I can get involved in and beat him.
There was obviously talks of an immediate rematch between Ryan and Rolly, but we know Ryan's also having a few, I guess you could say, promotional issues right now. I saw a clip of him the other day demanding a $20 million fight from Oscar De La Hoya, otherwise he doesn't want him to ring him. If there is a rematch there, do you think it actually does go ahead? Or
it's interesting, and I can't speak on behalf of them fighters. Ryan Garcia is another fighter that I would love the opportunity to fight against. Who knows? Kind of my instruction to Sam and Eddie, if you will, is any of these fights, the best fights. It's stylistically we've got to nail down the right opponent. But yeah, kind of any of these fights, world title fights. We talk about the 140 division, a lot of great fighters there, and at 147. So it's important for me now to get in a position, put myself in a position for any of them.
I know how important a world title shot has been for you. Obviously, you were very close back in February. But obviously, if speaking to Jamie again the other week, I think he said to me that he'd prefer you to stay at 147 now. Obviously, as you get older, it's harder to go back down to make the weight. An interesting fight and an in-house fight for Matchroom. Lewis Crocker versus Paddy Donovan for the IBF welterweight world title. Is that a fight you're going to keep your eye on in case there's an opportunity there to make a big fight with the winner? Yeah,
definitely. It's a fight, like you said, it's under the same promotional banner with Matchroom, so it's in my interest now to keep an eye on all these fights. They're fighting for the IBF world title. I won an IBF interim belt, I think it was, in the last fight, so I know I'm ranked with them, so if that's a fight that can be done late in the year, maybe early next year, then definitely I'll be watching that fight.
Who do you believe wins the rematch?
I think it goes the same way. Who knows who's made the better adjustments, but I do think Paddy Donovan will win.
Fair enough. Just last few from me. Eubank versus Benn 2 official. Obviously, Conor Benn, I guess you could call him a friend of yours. How do you see him getting on in this rematch with Chris?
You know what, it was a really good fight, really entertaining fight, and a lot went into the fight from both of them. And I think it took more out of Chris at that time. I anticipate Conor to be even more hungry to prove people wrong, and I think it's his time now to go and get it done.
And especially with him being used to that middleweight now, obviously his first fight with Chris, he hadn't been in the ring for a long time, he hadn't ever fought at such a high weight.
Yeah, there was so many times where he caught him and I thought he hurt him, and I mean the impact that's had on him physically, mentally, since the fight, they both put a lot into it, but I think it's took more out of Chris, and I believe Conor's had a taste of that weight category. He's had a great fight. I think he'll be chomping at the bit to go out there and get the victory this time.
And just lastly, a man that you had a very fearsome rivalry with, but also shared two great fights with, Josh Taylor, obviously, due to an eye injury and wear and tear over the years, has had to retire from the sport. I saw you, I think it was quote tweet, Dev Sani's tweet, giving him his flowers. While it was a very bitter rivalry between you and I guess you say almost a bit of hatred at times, you have to show respect for what he's done, and especially having a dance partner like that, while at the moment you probably didn't like him, it did do wonders for both of your careers.
Yeah, 100%. Our names are etched together now. Two great fights, two great victories in my mind. But Yeah, listen, it must be frustrating for him. I can understand the frustration. He's not made it on his own terms. He's had to be told, listen, if you carry on fighting, you're going to lose your vision. So I bet it was a bitter pill to swallow, so to speak. But yeah, listen, he's completed boxing. He's done tremendous. Respect him as a fighter. So we wish him well in whatever he goes on to do in the future.
Absolutely, Jack. Top man. Really appreciate your time today, and we look forward to some big fight news soon.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Jack. Thank you.